Alright, and we're back with some more King's Field, baby. Alright, so what are we gonna do in this episode here? I just had a break, I had dinner, did the dishes, I had mac and cheese and homemade mashed potatoes and homemade sweet carrots with salt. It was delicious, it was nutritious, it was good. So, we need to go to the big mine. That's where we need to be next. Now, you can probably go to Harvine's Castle, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that later. Probably in the same session here, if I'm being honest. Might be easier, but we haven't went in here yet. And there's a good reason for that. It's extremely dangerous. So, we have Shiden now. This is a pretty dope-ass sword, not going to lie. It kills shit really quickly. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna get a certain key, and we're gonna do some dungeon crawling. Now, you can go here pretty early on, and I don't recommend it. Also, this is basically towards the end of the game. You see that shit right there? We're gonna talk about that when we get there. Son of a bitch, that entire area is just terrible. Ugh. So, now we have been duplicating our rhombus keys. I have more than enough. I also bought all 3 of the special keys. Well, minus the magician's key. So we have all the keys we need in the game at this point for the miscellaneous chests and bits and bobs. But we still have a lot of game to go. I'm not really 100% certain on how much. Like, I can't... Whoa, holy shit, that was a lot of damage, goddamn. Like, I couldn't tell you exactly how much. I'd say we're probably like halfway almost done with the game. I could probably finish it in the session if I'm trying hard enough. I mean, it's not a very long game when you know what you're doing. I feel like most games are like that, but yeah, this one when you do know what you're doing and where you're going, it's a lot quicker than it should look. But I'd say the first time I played this, it took me about 12, 13 hours or so to finish. I'm not a huge fan of games that just take ages and ages to finish because, like I said, I have stuff to do all the time. I'm always cooking or cleaning or doing something or the other. I don't remember which key this takes. Let's try the silver key. Perfect, holy shit. Not a great chest, but like I said, I'd normally not buy any of the... or even go out looking for anything other than Magician's Key, because I know where that's at. But these chests, I might not know what the loot contents are off the top of my head, so I apologize, but for the most part I know what all these, I know where all the major things I need to get are at. If you're like, oh, where do I get the Seath spell? Fuck if I know, I couldn't tell you. Now, this part is a little shitty. So this right here, this will take you to the main part of the game. We're not going to go in there just yet. We have a little bit of gutting and looting and pooping to do. The rest of that will come later. I probably don't need to go through this way. It's probably a waste of rhombus keys, but I have 30 fucking rhombus keys, dude. You see, even if you're selling maps, you're still going to have enough to buy a lot of duplicated keys. I don't think you need 30, I think you probably only need about 20, but even then I still think 15, 20, probably tops. I could probably do the math in my head, but I don't feel like it. So which one is this? There's only one more key that we have that I can possibly think we could need stuff for. I think there's only like... Yeah, there's not very many keys in this game. I think I mentioned it before as well. One thing I really appreciate about King's Field 2 is the chests that require special keys look very specific to those chests. So it's actually very nice and easy to figure it out. And I'm pretty sure it's like that in, wow, I really don't need to use that. It's pretty much like that in King's Field 4 as well, if I remember correctly. But then again, I've only played King's Field 4 one time. I just remember just lots of shit in that game being really frustrating. One of the ones that just drove me up a fucking wall were those xenomorph-looking enemies in that game, and they just fucking... Ugh. Oh, I did not pick that up. I am so sorry. Good thing I went through here. Alright, so we've got this entire area looted out. There's a couple more rooms in this section of the area. This is called Big Mine, if you're just now tuning in. We have Big Mine, and we need to get the Shrine Key, and we need to get a few more other little things here and there. I'm not a huge fan of this section of the game. This is probably my least favorite part of the game. Just, I'm not very huge fan of, like, anything that involves mine shafts. I'm generally not a huge fan of, or mine parts and stuff like that. They almost always equate to boring and frustrating, and I just don't like it. This is an instant kill. Do not touch that. I have played this game for fucking years, okay? I do not know how you're supposed to fix that. What's supposed to happen... Oh my god, I hate fighting termites. I hate fighting them on this tiny-ass bridge. There's a scorpion bracelet down here that I'll pick up for you guys, just to show you that I know where it's at. So down here, there's some dude shooting shit. Can you hear that fucking dude just whacking his dick off down there? That's what it's like. There's archers everywhere up here. There's... You know what? I'll save state it. That way you guys can see what it looks like, okay? So, we can't move. We can attack. Alright, so this looks fine and dandy, right? You're like, oh, okay, I don't see what's so bad about this. Oh, wow, this looks pretty cool, I guess. And then... Yeah, what the fuck is up with that? I don't know how you're supposed to do that. I've played this game for years. I have zero idea. Like, and I'm dead serious. I have tried everything. I'm like, okay, can you actually get over there? Is there something there that's probably good? Probably not. But is there an actual way through that? Like, can you shoot that guy somehow fast enough? And trust me, it's even harder when you're playing this on the actual console, because the frame rate is really bad here. I genuinely have no idea how people do that. I'm pretty sure that was just a fuck you death they put in the game. And that will always solidify why I don't like this part of the game at all. It's just so fucking dumb. I'm sure that you can do it, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how. I don't care to know how. All I know is it's bullshit. You can't hit that guy in one hit. I swear to God, there's no way. You can't deal that much damage. As far as I'm concerned, that's impossible. That is just bullshit design. But that is a way... I'm guessing that loops back down to here, but as far as I'm concerned, it just doesn't exist. It's just bullshit design. So that's my hate-filled fucking anger rant taken care of. So, one of the few times you'll ever see me use a save state to demonstrate something so fucking ridiculously awful. Like, that is something that pisses me off. I don't think there's anything else like that in the series after this, but good God. It's just terrible. So make damn sure that you put down a key. I'm going to put the star key down here. This is... You know, I'm not 100% sure if it's required. I've always done it this way. Now, this is the difference. Alright, I'll just chill out here and just drink my coffee here. So, why does that one do it, but the other ones don't? Really blows my fucking mind. So, I'm not going to go there just yet. I want to go to the other side here. So that moonstone, I'm guessing it's there to possibly make it so that you can get back here if you placed a key somewhere. I mean, I'm kind of loosey-goosey because I've played this game a million times, so it's not as difficult for me to understand it. So I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming the developers think a player is going to keep their key somewhere, or at least have numerous keys at this point. I'd say this is about the average, like, experience you'd have playing the game. Like, this is the natural path I'm pretty sure most players would go through. Oh, I totally overshot it. Jesus. I do only have 3 vials, unfortunately, at this point, because if you just tuned in, last episode I got the Necron map, and I also got the Figure of Seath delivered to the dude, Jackoff McGee, in the mines. So we have another figure of Seath that we're actually going to use in this area as well. That's part of Gigi's quest line. There's some quests in this game, just not very many. They're not very complicated, but they all have at least some decent reward for it. I'd say the one for this is not exactly essential, but I'll show it off because it's a completion thing part of me. I'm like, oh no, they gotta see it. If they don't think you'll know it's there if you don't do it, damn it. That's the compulsive artist in me right there. So, I would say that it's not a very obtuse thing because, well, if you go through here first, you're not gonna see it because you can't talk to his daughter yet. But it depends, I guess, on player, like, intuition. Like, if they notice they're both wearing the same necklaces in the background, it's probably easy to tell. So this is another, don't go off that, it's a death sentence. This is basically just a dead end. You can also farm these termites for a lot of money. You see how much they actually drop, about 50 each kill. You really should not, I mean, look at how much fucking gold I have and consider how much of it I spent. It's like, you're not gonna run out of money anytime soon, man. But I would not recommend going down here early. There's a very good reason for that, is because you're going to need to have at least some, well, armor for one. And number two, you're going to need some fucking serious heavy-duty, like, strafe skill at this point. Because this part is fucking awful. This guy's the one that says, "Who the hell are you," right? Oh, never mind. There's like some guy that says that. I just can't remember where he is. Holy shit. I almost forgot about that. I really can't fuck around with my magic right now. So, I'm gonna keep that moonstone handy just so I remember it's there. But, this is the nice thing, is we do have a shitload of damage, so it makes things a little bit easier. I did not know those guys could poison you, holy shit! I thought they only did fire damage in melee. Well, fuck me, I guess. That's crazy, man, I didn't know that at all. And I play this game for years, I must be shit at it or something, right? So I guess I'll just stick to, well, I'm gonna use magic on a very specific portion, so I guess I'll hold off on using it. It's kind of, a big deal, trust me. It's very, very finicky. I'm not a big fan of this next portion. God damn, they did a lot of melee damage. I've never really noticed that. I mean, obviously, I've never even noticed they had a fucking poison attack, so clearly I don't get hit very often because I'm so great, but still, I don't know, man. We are doing just fine in terms of game progression, though, I'd say. Oh my god. Please, don't. Stop. Thank you. Okay. This entire dungeon is one long, kind of marathon dungeon, I guess. Yeah, that's the end of this chunk here. So we need to get our crystals back. That's why I've been going back and forth so often to try and find them. So that's the Cave of Darkness. It's pretty obvious, it's pretty dark. There really shouldn't be any light in this place. Also, this is extremely important. This is the RYZEN key. This is essential, so make sure to pick it up. Pretty sure this guy says, "Who the hell are you," right? Who the hell are you? Why are you wearing those clothes? Well, there are no more crystals around here. I like how out of all the dialogue of this game, I just remember this guy swears at you. It's something so stupid, but I remember it. There's something wrong with me. There really is. So this is where we're going to get a special item as well. I like these things. These things are fucking cool. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So let's go ahead and use light. Look at these fucking things! They're so nasty. I love them. They look like giant floating condoms or something. I don't know. I'm using my imagination, but that's, they're pretty nasty. Also, hear that fucking nasty sound in the background? That is a rather gross attack that I don't want to talk about. So, let's go ahead and use RYZEN's key, I'm pretty sure. No? You see, this is the problem in this game, is that did it? Okay, whatever. So there's the other truth glass I was talking about. Those particles are just clipping errors. Those aren't actually in the cave. That's just a thing going on, I'm pretty sure. So there's the exit, and I don't want to be in there just yet. There's something in here we need. Also, this is going to give you some fucking sensory deprivation if you're playing this like I used to at like 2 in the morning and fucking tired as hell. I don't think those things do anything. I think they might like, apply a damage buff. Or, sorry, not damage buff, but a darkness debuff. They look gross. I like them. They're really nasty looking in my mind. So, yay! We can get finally, some new armor. Ooh. This looks pretty fucking metal if you do say so. So let's go ahead and plop that on. This is the dark armor. It does have a downside, despite all the good effects, but that makes sense. So this actually causes us to have the screen to be a little bit darker, but that's really not that big of a deal. One of these uses Harving key. I know for a fact it does. No? Fucking hell. I'm just guessing keys at this point because I can't remember. Oh my god. Gold, silver, magician. There! Thank you, Jesus. Okay. One of these days I'll figure out what the Seath Plume does. There's also another one called Demon Lockpick. I don't know what those do either. I just sell them because I can't be bothered. Alright. So, there's a lot of shit in this place that's really dangerous, but believe me, it's gonna get way more dangerous in a few seconds. So, I'm a little nervous for this. It's kind of a mini-boss, I guess. I don't really know what they're called, and I don't care. I could look at it, but, you know, we actually have a truth glass, so I could. What do you have to say? Who the hell are you? You're not a resident here, are you? Tio? Yeah, this is Gigi's dad. That's your hint if you've been reading all the stuff in the, like, town, the Dead Town, whatever it's called. I think it's called Dead Town. Am I right in saying that? There's something called that. Broken Shovel was dope in Binding of Isaac, if I remember correctly. Okay. And then some antidote. This is the Cave of Poison. Can you guess what's in here? Yeah, you bet. George W. Bush. Okay. So, I really am not going to be too bothered by the amount of poison damage we take. It's just so negligible at this point in the game. I mean, you can cure it, but it's just going to come right back. Okay, I think this is just, yeah, gold. Okay, and then, so down here, we can find Gigi's dad, who, if we finish that quest line and go back to, we get our own Amulet of Seath, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. So here he is. You can see he's got the green thing on his chest. We can go ahead and use a... Get me that figure of Seath. I came to this place to look for crystals. I remember being attacked by a monster. Yeah, cool. Gigi must be waiting for me. Please, please stop by my house. Okay, so... Yeah, he doesn't do anything. He just stands here in his poison-resistant boots. Everybody in this game looks like... I don't know if anybody's played this except me because I'm a lunatic, but the Namco Museum games, when they had like the free roam areas, like that you could go in between all the games and look up all the history and shit. Because this is what you did before you had Wikipedia. You had to actually look at shit like this and just hope it was correct. This whole thing reminds me of that, and this guy has a crystal. That's pretty gnarly looking, actually. He's got some fucking broken bones sticking out of him. It's pretty cool, I like that. Alright, this is where shit gets criminally insane. And not the song by Slayer, by the way. It's one of my favorite Slayer songs. I'm gonna see what these things are... Jesus. So these things cast what's called Seath, and it's just awful. So let's go ahead and use... Missile Shield, and these can stack. We'll use Resist Fire as well, just in case. I don't fuck around at this point in the game. So... This room in particular is extremely dangerous. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm gonna drop a save state in case shit goes insanely wrong, just for expedience sake. Fuck me. So I've got Firewall active. I don't really want to examine the enemies, if I'm honest. Okay, here we go. Just fucking... What are these called? I want to see what these are called. Earth Elemental. Okay. So these things, I just call them dinosaurs because that's what they look like to me. Also, epilepsy warning, I might want to point out. Holy shit. These things... They die really cool, by the way. They have that fucking really satisfying when they get killed. But trust me, man, they die really quickly for a good reason. So we can also pick up this, I think it's Earth Ring, am I right? Yeah, bitchin'. Sweet. I don't actually know what this does. I want to say it increases your Earth Magic's attack, if I had to take a wild stab in the dark here. I swear to God, one of these uses Harveen's Key. What in the hell does? Oh, Jesus. I know something... Oh, no, I'm thinking of way, way later. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Silver Key? Come on, man. There we go. Yeah, Verdite. Okay. So, we don't want to piss away too much magic because we still have an Earth Stone we can use. Or sorry, Moonstone, but... Oh, Jesus. This is a really bad place to be. Oh, you see how much damage those fuckers do? I don't think Missile Shield's really helping me much. We'll just use Resist Fire and call it a day. Because I'm pretty sure they only use fire, despite... Okay, that's not true. They do have an Earth attack. We just haven't seen it yet, thank God. You'll notice I've been backing the fuck up every time they start. Holy shit, there it is! Okay, did you see that? That was the fucking boulder attack that we have, except it fucks me up really bad. They also push you really far back when they hit you, son of a bitch. We have to fight a mini-boss one of these in this cave, and its boulder attack is basically enough to kill you. It's absolutely just fuckloads of damage. You do not want to get caught up in it. And he's in this room, I'm pretty sure, actually. Oh, God. Thank fuck for the lag. I don't trust this, and I just... Oh, God, I don't like the save state. This shit's really fucking brutal. Jesus! You can call me a bitch, but that saves me so much time. Oh, my God. Jesus! This is why I save stated here. Okay. Fucking... Nothing softens this blow. Fucking hell. Oh, God. It doesn't matter. Yeah, thank you. See, that's the problem. It's just totally random. This is why I've been saying I'm nervous about this part. This, to me, is just randomness. If he does his stone attack, you just die. That's, in my opinion, bad design. I will not say that's my fault, because the game just decides, he'll do this now. I don't think that that's being a bitch. I'm sorry. Not like I don't know how to do it. It's just, all these years, that has killed me the same way. I have always struggled with that part, and I am not being a bitch. It's just bad. So, I don't know. You can hate me for doing that, but that guy is just in such an asshole of a spot. I'm sure you could really just sit there and wait for like 20 minutes and he'll eventually move out of the way. But then it's random if he hits you on the way in. So it's just... I don't know. That's just bad design in my mind. That is legitimately bad design. But whatever. So this area right here is another important part of the game. This cave... I mean, if you haven't done some of the other sections, you might not have seen it. But this is where you'll have some more elf ghosts or whatever these things are called. You know, I easily could just look this up. What are these things called when I walk over to one? So, I'm curious. I think they're just called elf ghosts, am I right? What's the truth glass? What does the truth say here, A Refma. Okay, so they're basically just elf ghosts. It doesn't remember what it once was and attacks those who come near it. So it's basically an elf ghost, literally. That's all that is. Now, you can say I'm a bitch because I used a save state, but also consider I would have just had to spend 40 minutes going back and forth on every single one of those deaths, and I don't have that time, and I don't want to do it. So you can see why I'm okay with using an emulator in this situation right here. On an actual PlayStation 1, yeah, you'd be replaying that entire section over and over and over just to get another chance of being possibly one-shot. That is bullshit. I'm sorry. Ugh. I just feel like it's a moral pride, you know? Like, oh, I shouldn't do that. But It's so much bullshit that I just can't accept it. I can't. I don't know. That's the only time I really think I'll need to do it, because everything else is actually pretty tolerable. Oh, hey, we got another new moonstone. Nice. So if you really want to, you can go through this area over and over and fight everything in it, but I'm not going to do that. So we do need this crystal if you want to get the dark sword. I don't think it's 100% required, but for completionist's sake, we'll say it's a required item, right? Come on, you bastard. Also, if you were still getting snuffy about that, I would have had to just edit in a whole bunch of clips anyways. It would be the same effect. I'd like to just justify that while I still have time. I hope everyone is okay with that. I really, really do. I don't think there's anything else in here that we really need. So you can kind of work your way backwards and get out of the cave system, I'm pretty sure, but I think, like, there's an illusory wall somewhere in this dungeon, I'm pretty sure. But I'm just going to use teleport out, so that's why I wasn't using very much magic towards the end. So we'll use one moonstone, and we will go back to our Stargate. Was it Stargate? Yeah, okay. That was a lot of anger. I'm so sorry. This whole place is just filled with fucking frustration. I'm sorry. Alright. But hey! We're going to be doing the last bit of this here in a second, so we should be fine. You see, Mama Squid and this, those are the only deaths you're going to get to see, because those are the squid was a joke, but this one was just, I still think that's just bad design. Well, and there's the spiky ball shit that you guys saw a minute ago, but that's different. I don't actually know how you're supposed to do that. I've played this game for years and still have no fucking clue. So we need to go back to the other city. How many crystals do we have with us while I'm looking at it? We have enough for 4 more flasks. That's pretty fine. I mean, you don't need to use crystal flasks, like, primarily, but it's nice to have them just to, like, you know, not die. I'd honestly wager wearing dark armor helps the frame rate in the actual version of the game, but we're just not going to go there. So, and this is the problem, I gotta find the damn dude again. This is the only city in the entire game I don't like. And I will always say it, yes, the other Kingsfield games improve it by a lot. So, okay, my guy. This bow is really useful. Yeah, it sure is. Sure is, Chief. Okay. So now we need to go back to Harveen's castle, and since we have the key, that means we can do the rest of all the good stuff, right? Right. Now, how much stuff do I have with me? I have 74 herb. Okay. That should be fine. I'm not really too worried about this. I think I have enough herbs. I'm a little worried on my magic. You know, actually, what does this do? I want to see what this item does, because it's been bugging me, so... Let's see, what is it called? Cease Plume. What does this do? It's possible to use magic without MP. I did not know that. Now I know. See, this is why we have these things. Before we had wikis, we had this. You gotta remember, games like this, you had to pay people money over the phone to figure out what the fuck the things were. That was a royal bitch. I have a story of a friend who's in jail. When he was a kid, he, like, left his damn parents, like, a whole bunch of shit like this. Like, he'd call hint lines for games through, like, magazines and just fuck up their phone bill. Because these were the days when phone bills were actually a thing. And he got in deep shit. I remember, fun story real quick, when I was a kid, I accidentally text messaged like $300 worth of texts on my phone to my friends in high school before it was on a phone plan. Oh yeah. That was a time. My parents were very unhappy. I actually have never opened this up. Wow, that's cool. I guess it's just a better helmet? Am I right? Yeah, it's the great helm. Of course it's great. It's fucking great. It's Con! If you've never seen it has the juice, the corn kid. It's really cute. Look it up. So we're gonna go refill our flasks because I don't want to go into this next section with low magic. So we have Harveen's flute and we also have Harveen's key. These are both required for this. Also, I need to place down a key. That way I can. Well, we need to teleport out. I'm trying to think of the closest teleport location. And I'm thinking... Well, we could do here. But... that would facilitate having to go in at the end and then coming out. Because I don't have one placed down yet, do I? I'm just thinking, that's why I'm doing this right now. Blue potion? Ew! Gross. I don't want that. Now I fucking really am mad. Holy shit. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we need to make so we can teleport out, because we're gonna need to pretty much go in from the top, and I'm trying to think of the closest teleport location from this area. I think I can probably safely just do it here, but I want to do Gigi's quest line at the end. Yeah, I guess I can do that first. Yeah, tell you what, let's no, let's not do that. I have a better idea. My idea is way better. I think I've got it. So, let's go... You know, we'll do it this way. No, that doesn't have a save crystal nearby. We'll do it this way. I know there's a save spot near here. This is it, correct? Yeah, there we go. So I have to remember this is here. Oh, I have a moon one here. I didn't know that. Well, now I know. So, cool. Problem solved. Didn't even have to do anything. Because we're going to get another key, and I'm also going to unlock a special item using a teleport, because we have all the keys with us right now. So, we'll do it that. That solves everything. That's just peachy keen. God damn it, what is sticking me? Okay, it's this fucking thing. Okay. I have no idea what the green water does. I think it's just blue water. I'm not really sure, and I don't care enough to find out. So, remember how I said there's a part of this area we couldn't do? Well, now we can do it. The reason I want a lot of magic for this is because we're gonna fucking tango with a lot of dudes, okay? We're gonna deal with, like, fire dudes, and we're gonna have to deal with those Onyx Knight things, or whatever they're fucking called. So we need to have a lot of shit. You don't need to do what I just did, that's entirely optional. And like I said, this part I'm not really sure is required, but we're doing it for completion's sake. So we need to use our flute. It's like in Legend of Zelda when you have to use the ocarina. That's not a puzzle. That's just doing things in the game. I'm gonna break your heart. I hate Zelda. I really do. I think Zelda's extremely overrated. I'm sorry. I don't admit that they're bad or good, but I find them extremely overrated, and a lot of it is nostalgia pandering, and that I just don't like Nintendo games. And it's not that I didn't grow up playing them. I just don't like them that much. So, okay. We don't need to fuck around over here. There's nothing up here except bullshit, so there's no reason to deal with it. It's just those bugs, and they're fucking annoying. Okay, so don't fucking careen off into this. Especially if you don't have a teleport, by the way. We get the Sun Key. Can I survive this? I should. There we go. And this, I think, requires... Silver key? No, gold. There we go. And we get one of these things. Let me see what this is. The Earth Ring and Amulet of Mist. I'm not worried about that. I'm pretty sure I could easily just look it up by talking to the character, but I'm not bothered by it. I'm just wearing it because I know it's good. So let's go ahead and use the Moon Gate and get the hell out of here. So that takes care of the Harvine Flute for a lot. I think that's the only time we ever have to use it. And now we can go into the actual castle section properly. Don't go in here early. I'd strongly recommend doing everything I did up to this point, then going in there. Because if you don't, this is a very fucking difficult portion. We're gonna be fighting, I think, 6? No, I don't think it's 6. I think it's 4 of those Onyx Knight dudes at once, and that's really dangerous. especially if you don't have fire resist or, well, firewall for anything. Trust me, if you have a problem in this game, firewall. That's all you need. Firewall takes care of all your problems. It fucking annihilates everything. It's awesome. It's the best spell in the game. I'm sure there's better, and you can argue with me that Phoenix is better, but fuck you, man. Firewall's better. I'm sorry. Just deal with my horribly biased opinion that I formed on a game that's over 27 years old. Okay, so this is not where we want to be. And, I don't want to get Dark Effect with Dark already active. I really don't think that's a good idea. This is also a really cool thing because this is actually self-contained in the level itself. I like this. I've done this in a Doom level, actually. It's really hard to do in Doom. Okay, well, it's not hard nowadays, but it was hard back in the day to do it. So let's go ahead and use our Harving key. Alright, so welcome to Fuckhole McGee. This is one of the most irritating parts of the game. I think that they give you that Seath's Plume for... Oh, you motherfuckers! Oh, I forgot you were in here. Let's give you a nice little blast of stone. How would you like that? It's a football. It's a stone, Luigi. I chisel. Oh, I can do better than that. Let me take a drink of coffee and see if I can do it. It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it. It's a football. I chiseled it. I fucking love that so much because it's the desperation in Luigi's voice as he's just begging him to believe him. I chiseled it. It's just so extreme. It's just beautiful. Okay. So we're using stone on these bitches because they're just awful, and they need to die as quickly as they get spawned in. There's an Onyx Knight. I think they're called Copper Knights? I like how I continuously forget I am carrying the item that actually shows what these things are all called. I think these are called Necromancers. Am I correct in saying that? Oh, I'm sorry. A Scythe. A death created by... excuse me. A death created by the Mage of Fire. He has high intelligence and possesses many kinds of magic. A large scythe can paralyze your body. Yeah. He doesn't have a head, so there's no knowledge in my mind. Ha ha ha. But, yeah, that was really stupid. Oh shit. I don't want to fuck around with these guys, goddamn. Okay. So, mind you, you see all three of those? That's what I'm talking about. This is all one solid attack, but there's like three of them at once, so it ends up just fucking annihilating you extremely quickly. So we want to use resist fire. I don't like this portion. What are these guys called? I'm probably gonna die doing this, aren't I? Well, first things first, let's do that so we don't die. I want to see what they're actually called. The Copper Knights? Aha! This monster was created by the Mage of Fire and the King of Winds to guard the king's treasure. Okay. I don't usually say treasure. My dad says treasure. I say treasure. I get in arguments with my friend about this sometimes. He doesn't like how I say Mouden. Mouden and Fowden and like Creek. My grandpa said Crick, but he was from Arkansas, so it's probably okay. Me, I'm from Oregon. I don't have an excuse. We don't have an accent in Oregon. Let's see. What's another word? My ex's dad. I'm gonna tell you a fun little story here. So, I loved her dad. He was the best guy ever. Okay, he was like the best part of that relationship. And his family and shit were from, I'm guessing, Washington and Canada. And so they had that really, like, it's not southern, because it's like Oregon. It's that really, everything comes out of your nose, kind of, and makes you sound really depressed. But it's that Washington inflection. We were laying there watching TV or something, and he comes in, and he's mildly high. he's like me, except I don't get high. I just am in that kind of awkward, mellow state at all times. And he's in the doorway. He's wearing like a plaid jacket. And I fucking love this story. So he's like, hey, is your boyfriend like avocados? And you know that moment when someone says something that's really funny and you can't laugh? Like, because it's rude? This was one of those moments where I was trying my ass off not to be rude. Oh my god, I shouldn't have done that. And he's like, yeah, is your boyfriend like avocados? Does he like avocados? And I was like, just trying not to laugh so bad. He's like, I got some avocados, and I don't know if you want to take some home. And I was like, god damn it. Like, it's that stupid part of me that just laughs at dumb shit like that. I've never heard someone say avocado like that. I say avocado, even though it's spelled avocado. We all pronounce it avocado. So this is the shrine key. We need this. This is extremely important in the game. You cannot beat the game without it. You know, I'm pretty sure you could, but just trust me. So this fucker right here, look at this looking Sadler looking motherfucker. You are an intruder in my castle, therefore you must die. Oh, I'm sorry. You must die! Alright. Let's go ahead and resist fire. And I don't think I need stone. God, I do not want to get caught. I can't see my health very well. This is a little bit of a nasty spot. We gotta get these guys in a really good grouping here. Yeah, I loved her dad. He was great. I loved him. Me and him just bullshit all the time. I remember once, we were having, like, a discussion, and I don't remember what it was starting this, but I was talking about prison food for some reason, because I watch a lot of prison shit, because I get bored really easy and just like to watch people talk about prison for some reason. Larry Lawton is really cool. I like Larry Lawton. I like how he's an advocate for don't fuck up. That's a great life thing to tell people. I think these are all empty, but anyways, and I was talking to him about some prison thing, and he looks over at my ex and just goes, "Is your boyfriend a criminal?" It's like, no. I just have a lot of free time and I look up dumb shit. That's... I mean, that's not the first time someone's thought I was a criminal, but it's definitely funny. I remember when I worked at my first job, I was a call center employee, so I worked in order entry. I haven't even talked about what we just did. We picked up a shrine key. So I worked in order entry, and let's go ahead and teleport real fast, actually, so I can save some time. And I worked in a call center with, like, I don't know how many people. It was, like, probably 200-300 people at a time. And it was really funny because this one woman, who was a girl I was liking at the time, her mom, she gave me, like, this coat. It looks like brown M&Ms, basically. Like, it looks like, no, Reese's Pieces. That's what it looks like to me. And she gave me this coat, and the note just said, I think it was her. I'm pretty sure it was her. And so someone, doesn't matter, someone did this. They put this on my cubicle when I was at lunch, and I came back, and it said, I know it's cold outside, and I know your struggle is severe, or something like that. Please accept this as, like, a thing. And I'm just like, why the fuck do people think I'm homeless? I'm dressed in business casual. My hair wasn't that long yet, either. I actually had very short hair back then. I think it only went down to slightly past my ear, and I still shaved it. Now it's down to, like, my mid-back, almost to my ass, and then I don't shave my hair anymore, but I'm gonna go out this way because I can... Oh no, we can just go out this way. It's totally fine. We can just walk over there, and I'll tell this little story. But yeah, it was really funny because I just was wondering, why did someone think I'm homeless? I think it's because when I was in training, I pointed out how I was playing TF2 and I was a YouTuber and everything. So they probably thought I was poor because I did really, like, remedial shit, and they just didn't know that I wasn't actually poor. Well, I had very little money, but I was not poor, and I was not... Okay, I was poor, but I wasn't homeless, so there's that. So let's go ahead and sell some shit while I'm thinking about it. I can't get enough crystals nowadays. Yeah, man, I know. Meth is expensive. How many? 50. Let's go ahead and buy some more herb. We might actually need it relatively soon, so... I'll buy 2 more. I hate how you can't buy 100. I don't know why. It's really annoying to me. Let's go ahead and sell this. I don't need the scorpion bracelet. I don't need any of these items, to be honest. I'm really not bothered. And I don't need... You know, if she's there, I'll look and see what these demon picks actually do, because I want to see what they do. I played this game for years and have no idea what they do. I'm guessing they open up a locked chest. That's all I can say. They open up chests that are locked that you don't have a key for. I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and make that big boy assumption that that's what they do. But, yeah. It was really weird. I've never had... Well, I don't look like a homeless person, I don't think. I clean shave, I never have facial hair. Sure, I have holes in my shirts, but that's because it's metal fashion, so it's okay. I wear, like, skinny jeans or, like... I don't look anything like a homeless person. That's the strange thing, I just look like a business casual person. So, it's strange to me that someone thought I was homeless. Anyways, so we can... I think we can just go back and forth like this and we can spawn her in. I feel like it's just pointless. Let's go ahead and finish up the quest while I'm thinking about it, and I still have it fresh on the mind. But anyways, yeah, that was a weird... I just can't, like, get avocado? Your boyfriend like avocado? That is always so fucking funny to me. I do love avocados, they're fantastic. And I don't think she liked them, but I love avocados. I could fucking eat avocados every day if I had the chance. They're just expensive, that's the only problem. I like how I'm like, oh, it's 3 for $5. That's expensive shit, man. That really is. I really only buy them when they're in season or to make sushi, and that's about it. I love avocados. I love sushi as well. I actually make my own homemade sushi. I'm making my own homemade kombucha as well. So, it saves you a shitload of money, believe me, it does. So, let's go ahead and talk to Gigi Allen over here. Oh, that creeps me out. It really does. They just slowly look up. Please. God, that... Ugh. Please be careful. Oh, I'm sorry. This is how they'd say it.
Please be careful.
I can do better. Let's do it again.
Please be careful on your residential journey.
It's like, no, please, Jesus. No, that's just not human. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Ugh. Anyways. So... we have the crystal... The elf crystal is what it's called. We need to rescue Leo, and we can do his little quest line as well. So we can still go back here later. But let's go ahead and... I want to see if I can have her spawn. I'd love it if she did, because I want to know what this damn demon pick does, but... You know, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. So, I'm just going to call it this session here. And I'll see you guys in the next one, if I can manage to save the game. There we go. I'll see you in the next one.